I think this game might have turned me into a Dragon Ball fan. Maybe. Maybe. So, Sparking Zero. Now this game, gonna let you know immediately, it's not a game that I really had too much interest in. My friend got me the game, wanted me to try it out. Prior to this game, I was very anti-Dragon Ball. I knew about like Dragon Ball Z growing up, ever so slight nostalgia, but I'd never actually watched an episode. I just knew it was there and had a McDonald's toy or something from the show. I just wasn't impressed with anything that I saw. I didn't know why it was such a popular anime. From a distance, I was just like, what is the hype? I don't really like half the character designs. It's people just, leveling up and getting different hair colors. And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on here? And so this game, I tried it out obviously. And I think I might be a Dragon Ball fan now. Yeah, so I was just not really vibing with anything from Dragon Ball. Like just anytime I saw something and I stayed clear of it, I was like, not for me, moving past it. But this game, what a fighting game. And I did a bunch of research after playing this, because I went into this game having not seen a single Dragon Ball thing. So my mind was not comprehending too much. But as I was playing, I'm like, okay, some of these characters seem kind of cool. And I watched a bunch of the movies, a little bit of Dragon Ball Z, and mainly the latest movies from Battle of the Gods up until Superhero. They came out a couple years ago. And man, I feel very different about Dragon Ball. And I feel I have a very different understanding of the world and the characters. And also the fandom. And this game, the action, the animation, one of the best looking anime games I've seen, really. Like you look at it and it's ripped as close from the anime as you can really get. And comparing like the 3D animation, comparing it to Superhero, the Dragon Ball movie from 2022, that was 3D animated and obviously had, it wasn't like a blockbuster, $100 million movie budget or anything. But you compare the animation quality in this, where it's like, it's obviously 3D but meant to look 2D, compared to how it looked in that movie. And I'm like, the game is way better than the movie. And you don't really hear that for a movie that came out very recently compared to when the game came out. So that was like just very impressive. And the amount of moves and the amount of characters, I will say, having like 20 versions of Goku and stuff like that, it's a bit confusing to me, and like 10 power-up forms for certain characters and stuff like that. So it does pad out how many characters that are there compared to how many actual different characters there are. But there's still such an immense amount of characters. And what I really enjoyed about the game is the destruction aspect. When you're in the match, firstly, you can choose between like night and day or sunset for a bunch of the maps. And a bunch of the maps are really cool and have a very different vibe. I usually like the ones that are a bit more open in a field or mountain sort of area. That's just sort of what I remember from seeing glimpses of Dragon Ball as a kid. I'm not really sort of too huge on more stadium-like arenas. I associate that a bit more with like Pokemon. But some of the cityscapes are also pretty cool. But the amount of destruction, like you can break buildings, mountains, so many different things. And also when you're fighting, like your clothes rip off and everything, and reminiscent of how it looks in the show when characters are beaten up and everything. And I just think that's so cool. And obviously, again, most of this I've played with my friend. I tried a bit of the story mode and I just got to Great Ape Vegeta and I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do this. I tried 10 times, I couldn't get past it. I'll probably continue the story in my own time, but this is just purely like my review of the game of a newcomer. I haven't like finished the game or anything like that. I don't even know if like I will finish the campaign, sort of, again, story mode or anything like that. Although it is cool that you can follow, like, I think it was 8 different characters, and there's a lot of what if scenarios that you can go through, and I think that's just really cool. But we're here, for a fighting game, and going against your friends and doing the tournaments and everything, that is so fun. And I actually did kind of decent at the end of my first day of playing. I was actually kind of surprised. I wasn't like that great or anything, but I wasn't as bad as I thought I was going to be. I main Goku from Super, because I like to sort of like level myself up with the Super Saiyan levels and everything like that up until I don't know, I think he has the red or blue hair. I'm not too familiar with a lot of the terminology, so again, I'm a pretty new Dragon Ball fan. But I just kind of also want to talk about how this made me a bit of a Dragon Ball fan. And yeah, so I watched the 4 theatrically released movies from Battle of the Gods up until Superhero, as I said earlier. And Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F, I think they're very mediocre, not that huge on them. And then I watched Dragon Ball Super Broly. What a movie. I've got that ordered on Blu-ray. It's on its way currently. I'm probably going to watch that again when it arrives. Some of the best animation for Dragon Ball, some of the best fights. It's like, because of how it sets itself up, it's more of an origin sort of movie, slash prequel. And it's just so, man, that movie, I can't wait to watch it again. If you haven't seen Super Broly, you got to check that out, holy crap. And then I saw Superhero. That's some of the worst Dragon Ball content I've seen. Don't know if that's a hot take. I think it might be. I didn't like anything about that movie apart from like small elements at the end, but it was very hollow. But back to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. So the characters I main are, Goku from Super. The dude, is it Tarian, I think? The dude that has the ocarina. I'm a massive Zelda fan, so I'm like, oh, a character with an ocarina. It looks kind of inspired by Link, or maybe that inspired Link from that game, I'm not too sure. But that was cool. Beerus, I love Beerus. He's awesome. That other cat dude that's in like the sort of red and black outfit, that's the other purple cat guy. And I think it was Cooler was the other one. His leveled up form is super cool. I really love him. And yeah, there were a couple other characters that I played. I can't remember off the top of my head though. Oh yeah, the werewolf dude. I don't remember his name. Barian or Barlock or something. It's I think I'm mixing up a few names. It's a lot to comprehend. Going into this as a newcomer, it is pretty overwhelming. In a sort of good way. I don't plan to watch every single show or anything, but really love this game. Fantastic action fighting game. And I love Dragon Ball Super Broly. So again, fantastic movie, fantastic game. So I'm a little bit of a Dragon Ball fan now. If you are watching this and you're like a massive Dragon Ball fan, what do you recommend most? Should I start from Dragon Ball from like the very, very start? Or stick to certain arcs? Or like, because I know a bunch isn't canon and there's a bunch of filler throughout. So, if you're a passionate Dragon Ball fan, leave a comment. And please like and subscribe if you haven't already and you like the video. Always appreciate that. But yeah, just my brutally honest thoughts on the game. Just flawless as a fighting game, really. Nothing to really complain about. There's a few things that I wish you could like customize. And there are a few more outfits that I wish you could have. I really like the like drip from the show. I believe like Piccolo has like a Post Boy outfit, and then there's Badman Vegeta or something like that. Like, give us more of those like casual outfits. I think that'd be super cool. That's kind of it for my criticisms, really. But yeah, so I'd probably give the game as a Dragon Ball fighting game, as far as I understand, because I also watched a bunch of Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi, or I might have, hopefully I said that right. I did a bunch of research. I'm like, this looks like a great successor to those, and much more of an inviting game to me. And also, I just really like the voice acting. The English voice acting is really good. I'd give the game, for a Dragon Ball fighting game, I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. So, very impressed with it. Better than I thought it was going to be. And I'm honestly probably going to play some after recording this. So, either way, thank you so much for watching today's review, and stay tuned for future reviews. See you guys.
Round 1, fight!